Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you very much for your greatest support. Let me start by asking this simple question. Can you really trust politicians? And if you can trust politicians, then who amongst these people you can trust? Can you trust the former President William Samoei Ruto, the former President Uhuru Kenyatta? Can you trust Rigathi-Gachagua? Can you trust William Ruto? Can you trust Fred Matiangi? Or can you trust Raila Odinga? If you can trust any of them, tell me at the comment section and why you can trust them. And if you can't trust any of them, you can as well tell me at the comment section that I can't trust William Ruto because of one. Of course, a lot of people can't trust William Ruto. You can as well tell me that you can't trust Rigathi-Gachagua because of 1, 2, 3. You can't also trust Fred Matiangi because of 1, 2, 3. As well as not trusting Uhuru Kenyatta because of maybe 1 or 2, and also Raila Odinga because of 1 or 2, 3 things. Now, as we get into this discussion, fellow Kenyans, I want us to think. I want us to look at this thing in a broader picture. I don't want us to just measure into simple things, but I want us to look at it in a wider picture. Number one, I want us to start from the recent appearance of Uhuru Kenyatta. That is the former president of the Republic of Kenya. And I would like us to listen to what Uhuru Kenyatta said. Listen to this.
In the last general election, I endeavored to pass this message. Unfortunately, it fell on deaf ears and was lost in the noise of insults, character assassinations, myths and stories of dynasties and hustlers, and so on. Yeah. Today, many of the gains we had in the past have been eroded. Linda Mama and others replaced by new, untried, untested schemes. And while we wait for these experiments to work, Kenyans suffer and our progress is retarded. As we continue to dwell in rhetoric rather than in progress, we repeat the mistakes of the past. Indeed, today, some of the truths we spoke of yesterday have become the reality check of today, while some of the myths and falsehoods have become the nightmare that many are living. So again, why are we here today? Ladies and gentlemen, the past can inform us, but the present can shape the future. So the first thing, as our Secretary General has told us, our first mission today was to pass amendments to our party's constitution. Amendments to ensure that the machinations of the past shall never be used again to hold back our progress. Second is to seek your approval to put in place measures to rejuvenate our party and set in motion a process of injecting new blood into our party structures and hierarchy. Men and women, especially the young, and when I say the young, I am not just saying young in body. We also want young in mind and spirit. Men and women of integrity who can be trusted with our future. Men and women who have the courage to fight for what is right and just. Men and women with the patience to listen to those whom they wish to lead. Men and women with compassion for their fellow citizens. Men and women of wisdom, not pride. men and women who know as human beings they can make mistakes, but stand ready to correct them. I have watched quietly the ongoings of the recent past and greatly admired the tribeless, steadfast courage of today's generations.
Now, that is Uhuru Kenyatta. The former president appeared in the public and he was heard speaking against the government, the ruling government right now. And in fact, he referred to us of what he said in the past when he was the president. The way he warned Kenyans against some of the things, and the way the people that are ruling right now were talking about a hustler dynasty and all that. But then we assumed, we didn't take them serious. We didn't take his statement serious, and that is why, in fact, according to him, he's saying that we didn't listen to him, and that is why we are going through what we're going through right now as a nation. But that is not it. That is not exactly what happened. Uhuru Kenyatta's appearance had got two reasons. Reason number one, Uhuru Kenyatta's target was to take Fred Matiangi away from Rigathi-Gachagua. Remember that in as much as maybe we can be assuming, or in as much as maybe we can say that Uhuru Kenyatta and Rigathi-Gachagua are speaking on the same page, these guys are enemies. Because when Uhuru Kenyatta was the president, there are a lot of negative things that were said by Rigathi-Gachagua against Uhuru Kenyatta.
Raila ametuambia vile Uhuru ni mbaya. Sisi wananchi amesema. Uhuru akatuambia vile Ruto ni mbaya. Gachagua akatuambia vile Ruto ni mzuri, tumchague wakiwa waine. Kila mtu. Juzi nimeona Uhuru ameenda kwa Ruto, amepewa ma-CS, baadaye ameanza kusema huyu ni mbaya. Raila alisema Ruto ni mbaya sana, ameingia huko amepewa ma-CS. No. Gachagua ametuambia Ruto ni mzuri sana, tumemchagua kama wananchi. Sasa hii tena anatuambia ni mbaya. Kwa hivyo ni kutuchezea, wanatuchezea wote waine. Ile kitu wanatuchezea ndio nimekuambia sasa tumerefuka. Na hatutaki kufuata mtu yeyote sasa. Mtu afuate mind ya mtu. Sober mind. Because wakati, for example, Gachagua alikuwa anatuambia vile huyu ndiye mtu na amemaliziwa na Uhuru, amefanyiwa kila kitu, sisi tuliona ni mzuri. Sympathy ikaingia pale. Saa hii anatuambia huyu mtu ni mbaya sana na walikuwa naye hapo ndani. Mimi sasa niseme yangu ya ukweli ile mimi nimekuja kuona. Raila amesema Ruto ndiye mtu mbaya zaidi. Saa hii wanaitana brother. Wao wanakula pamoja. Juzi Kabogo amesimama akasema hakuna mtu mbaya hii dunia kama mtu anaitwa hii serikali ya Ruto. Saa hii nimemuona hapa KBC akisema atafunga ma Facebook. Sasa amegeuka, sasa ako pande yetu, ako pande ile. Joho the same, wamekuwa the same. Kwa hivyo hawa ni sisi wanachezea. Mwananchi wa kawaida asipofikiria yeye mwenyewe, aone ile kitu tunachezewa, sisi ni kuchezewa, tunachezewa. Uamue wewe mwenyewe useme huyu mtu sio wetu. Afadhali nichague Rashid na sio wa kabila yetu, tuondoe hiyo ukabila Kenya. Tuseme huyu ni kiongozi, ameperform. Kwa sababu hata hii unaona ikienda hivi 2027, hawa tu unaona watakuwa tu pamoja, hawa tu utaona tu watasuguka, usikie ndugu yangu tumesameheana, tumefanya hii na hii. Unajua ndugu ni moja tu, ni msitu zinacheji, inatoka Karura inaenda Kirita, wanakuwa tu pamoja. Nimeuliza swali moja tu juzi, nikasema ndio ujue watu wako pamoja wote ni sisi wanachezea akili. Mtu wako worth 4 billion anasimama hivi anasema I'm worth 4 billion. Unapewa kazi ingine ya kulipagwa kazi hii Kenya. Na mtu mwingine amesoma na amemaliza university yako na mpaka PhD na hayuko kazi, anafanya kazi ya mjengo. Alafu uniambie tuko pamoja na viongozi, hatuwezi kuwa pamoja na viongozi. Kwa ground haitaki hii maneno. Hata ukiona watu wanaitwa, tuitwe na Omolo, tuitwe na wakili.
And remember, Uhuru Kenyatta and Rigathi-Gachagua, if there are people who are supposed to work together, then are these two people. But then, being that Rigathi-Gachagua did not know or he didn't realize that William Ruto was using him to insult his brother, and that is why he decided to do the same thing.
Lazima sasa kuanzia leo nikinge na kumlinda ndugu yangu Uhuru Kenyatta. Wewe William Ruto ulikuja hapa ukatudanganya na Biblia. Ukatuambia Uhuru Kenyatta ni mlevi tukakuamini. Ukatuambia Uhuru Kenyatta ni mzembe, ukayangaisha serikali yake. Ukatudanganya sisi sote mpaka watu ya kanisa. tukamkemea Uhuru Kenyatta, ndugu yetu, kiongozi wetu, tukamwaibisha, tukafanyia Uhuru Kenyatta madhambi yoyote, tukakuja kujua wewe ulikuwa ni mbwa mwitu umevaa ngozi ya kondoo. Mimi nataka nikuambie William Ruto, I want to tell you from the mountain. Nataka nikuambie, I want to tell you William Ruto, hakuna vibaraka yako tena watatukana Rais Uhuru Kenyatta. You did enough damage to Uhuru Kenyatta. You misled all of us. We humiliated our son. We embarrassed our son. We cannot sit back and see you use your proteins kumkosea heshima Rais Uhuru Kenyatta. Na mimi nikiwa kiongozi wa mlima, ni jukumu langu kulinda watu ya mlima, akiwemo Rais Uhuru Kenyatta ambaye ni kiongozi wetu.
And then later, some months or a year or months later, he's coming back to apologize after insulting Uhuru Kenyatta. So all those things, and then the organizing, the attack on Uhuru Kenyatta's farm, and all that, taking away his livestock, opening for all those things. All those things are still fresh in Uhuru Kenyatta's mind. That is why Uhuru Kenyatta and Gachagua cannot sit together. Truth of the matter is that those guys cannot see each other this way. That is number one. Number one target was Uhuru Kenyatta wanted to take Fred Matiang'i away. He wanted to clear the air and take Fred Matiang'i away from Gachagua. Because, number one, he realized and he understood very well that Gachagua is very arrogant. Gachagua is one of the people who cannot allow, in as much as maybe they are saying that they will they will talk about that, as opposition and see who can run for the presidency and all that. But the truth of the matter is, Gachagua cannot allow Fred Matiang'i to run for the presidency. Gachagua cannot allow himself, if he gets the opportunity and is told that now he can vie, he can't accept anybody to run for the presidency in opposition except him. He can't accept Fred Matiang'i, and then there is Kalonzo. That is it. Because both of them are looking at this thing this way. I know some of you will attack me, but you just bear with me on this. I just want you to listen to me from the beginning up to the end, and then you weigh to yourself. Fred Matiang'i was the CS of Interior, and then he went to Education. And then Gachagua was the Deputy President. Kalonzo Musyoka was the Vice President. So two of these guys, Gachagua and Kalonzo Musyoka, have already tested the second most seat in this country. So it is very difficult for these two guys to allow somebody from behind to come and vie for the presidency, yet they have the opportunity to vie for the same presidency, knowing very well that at the back of their mind, they are smart, they are fit to be the president. So it's very difficult. Another thing, I remember Gachagua when he was mentioning the people that are going to the agreement. He mentioned Natembeya, he mentioned Eugene Wamalwa, he mentioned Kalonzo Musyoka, but he failed to mention Fred Matiang'i. He told Matiang'i that for you to win, or for you to become the flag bearer, go to your region. These are the statements that he said. Go to your region, mobilize your people, because you can't just come empty-handed. And I remember very well when Gachagua was being appointed by William Ruto, was being taken by William Ruto to be his running mate as the deputy president. Gachagua had got no party. You see, Gachagua had got no party. He just went there, but without any party. So I was really failing to understand why Gachagua is saying all these things. That why is it that he can attack Fred Matiang'i and all that? But truth of the matter is, all of us understand and all of us knows that when you try to look at that United Alliance, if Matiang'i was there, Matiang'i, Kalonzo, Kalonzo, Matiang'i, Gachagua, Martha Karua, Eugene Wamalwa, according to you, who was fit to become the president? Just a question. You'll tell me that at the comment section. I don't want to answer that. You tell me that at the comment section. Who, according to you, amongst those 5 people, is fit to become the president? Very simple. The problem that we have, or the problem that Gachagua has is the level of arrogance. All of these guys are arrogant. You know, if Gachagua is saying that I'm the only person who is fit to, there's nobody who can compete with William Ruto except me. Kalonzo Musyoka is also saying that this time round I'm not giving up. So how, and Matiangi is just there. Of course, Rigathi Gachagua is a very good mobilizer. We accept that. He's a mobilizer. He can mobilize. He can bring people together. He can do blah blah blah. But Rigathi Gachagua is not. Cannot compose himself as a president. He can't, because you know when he'll be coming in as the president, he'll be coming in to revenge. He will be after revenge. Listening even to the way he speaks, the way he talks, I've said that Rigathi Gachagua is not a bad guy, but now the way he speaks, kila ambacho kinauza Rigathi Gachagua ni jinsi ambavyo anazungumza, matamshi yake, wakati ambapo anazungumzaje na anasema nini, wakati gani, na anaambia nani. Ushaona? I don't know who told these politicians, these are our nation, our country, our politicians, that the only way to survive in politics, or the only way to be heard by people, is by insulting, by abusing other politicians. You just look for a mistake. You just sit down and unajaribu kuangalia Maraga. Okay, Maraga ako hivi na hivi na hivi. Now that hiyo weakness yake ndio unaenda kutumia kumwattack. You know, gone are the days when politicians will want to survive or want to thrive on insults. I think we are past that. The Kenya that we have right now is a very different one. You know, this is a Kenya that we come together. Let us come and reason together. Let us not just, okay, you are insulting others. What can you offer? That's a very simple question. And then you also, I was saying, number two reasons why Uhuru Kenyatta decided to come publicly. You know, since William Samoei Ruto went to see him in Gatundu, there was this narrative that Mara William Ruto is working with Uhuru Kenyatta. Uhuru Kenyatta is also a benefactor of this broad-based government. And you know, there is a statement that was made by Uhuru Kenyatta on the same day that Jubilee is still in opposition. So those are the kind of questions that have been bothering a lot of people. that okay, can it be that these guys are working together? Can it be that Uhuru Kenyatta also benefited from the broad-based government? You know, can it be those questions that can it be, could it be, is it possible? Are you seeing? So I really don't know. I'm really trying to grasp what is going on. But one thing I believe and one thing I know for sure is that there is more than meets the eye. Politics is all about interest. And nothing happens in politics without it. Like in politics, nothing just happens. Let me say that in politics, nothing just happens. That is why even the appearance of Uhuru Kenyatta in public, I've never seen or I've never had any retired president coming back to try and correct the ruling government. I've never seen, not in Kenya, not anywhere. Once you're retired, whether you had a party or not, once you've retired, you've retired. You just find a way of handing over the party to the other people so that they can run it. But you and politics, you cut off. But now, this one of ours, the former president is still coming back to talk about politics. Coming back, you know, to remind us of what happened. I'm not attacking anybody, but I'm just putting things straight. And I want us to understand this, that there is a lot of things that are happening in this country, especially as much as politics is concerned. And even Fred Matiangi. Yes, Fred Matiangi has a party. It's not at you. It's not at war. It's not at war. There's this party of Fred Matiangi, UPA. I don't know how UPA is going to work with Jubilee, because this is what is going to happen. If at all Fred Matiangi is going to vie for the presidency without using the United Alliance coalition of Rigathi-Gachagua and all that, this is what is going to happen. It is very much possible for Fred Matiangi to go as a lone ranger with the Jubilee. Now, going with the Jubilee, it means that Jeremiah Kioni is going to be his deputy. Remember, right now Jeremiah Kioni is the SDO of Jubilee. But now, when table will turn and Fred Matiangi will vie for the presidency, this is what is going to happen. That Jeremiah Kioni is going to be his deputy. Jeremiah Kioni, I know most of the people might not remember this, but Jeremiah Kioni was once the deputy, the deputy of Musalia Mudavadi. Remember back when Musalia Mudavadi was vying for the presidency, this same Jeremiah Kioni was his deputy. What this? So I really don't know how they're going to do this. I really don't know how they're going to maneuver through this. But truth of the matter is that there are a lot of things you see in this politics. There are a lot of things that are happening that we might not know. Tunaweza shangaa sana kama kumbe kuna watu walikuwa tu spies kwa hii serikali. Na pia tunaweza shangaa sana kama Rigathi-Gachagua atakuja aanze kufanya kazi na William Samoei mwaka 2027. Let me ask you this. Politics is all about interest. And in as much as maybe a lot of people are saying that, oh, Rigathi-Gachagua and William Ruto cannot work together, what if ifike wakati ambapo Rigathi-Gachagua anajua kwamba sasa hapa siwezi wania kiti, and William Ruto approach na amwambia kwamba boss, I know you can't vie for the presidency, but now this is the offer. I want us to do this and this. And then after doing this, you have your party, I have my party. Now I want us to work together indirectly. Indirectly means that after we just say that William Ruto can be a two-term, and then after that, I know this. I'm just trying to imagine, but I know it's next to impossible. You know, the Rigathi-Gachagua is not like Raila. And let us know, tusishangae sana kama Raila pia atakuja anamruka William Ruto. Because you know this mzee huwa anapenda sana pale ambapo anaweza kupata kitu. So akigundua kwamba hapa pale ambapo nilipo hakuna kitu ambacho naweza nikapata, then he backs off. And he tries to push you into a corner. Anajaribu kukuweka kwenye mrengo pale ambapo wewe mwenyewe uweze ukajiondoa. Na lazima utamtafuta. That is one of the things that Raila Odinga amegundua, that anakuweka kwenye anaweka pale ambapo lazima utamtafuta. Usipomtafuta, you can't survive in politics. After all, guys, that is just my thought, and that is all I have for now. Let me also know what you think at the comment section. Please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to tell me where you're watching this video from and how these videos are reaching. Until we meet again in the next video, if it is possible, I have been your host, Boniface Awino. Bingo.